My name's Teresa Gajecki.
Constable Fanouf.
Tad Milbine.
Corporal Leanne Dunlop.
Constable Fox.
Kelly Power.
Maya, and I'm a 911 operator.
Corporal Robert Plowman.
Auxiliary Gord Wilson.
My name is Cheryl Payne.
Right now I'm a traffic investigator.
Corey Power. I work murder investigations.
Combined Forces Special Enforcement Unit, Gang Task Force.
My name is Mark Greenfield.
Jolene Percival, and I'm a sergeant.
My name's Sue Harvey. I am a constable. I grew up in St. Margaret's Bay,
Calgary, Alberta,
Nanaimo,
In North York.
I grew up in the Lower Mainland.
in the Lower Mainland,
St. John's, Newfoundland.
Pender Harbour,
I am from Newfoundland.
Born and raised in Surrey.
Born and bred BC.
in Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Started to think something was up probably in grade 3 or grade 4, and kind of had crushes on teachers, female teachers.
Being attracted to guys as early as 5 years old.
Around grade 8.
When I was around 13.
I had a crush on my grade 3 substitute teacher.
In middle school or even a little bit younger, I've always thought it was a little different.
And I remember having a lot of girlfriends in high school and checking out their guy friends or checking out their boyfriends as I was growing up.
I don't think it was ever really a question. To me, it was just a matter of knowing.
I don't think I ever questioned my sexuality. I think I pretty much knew that I was gay from a very early age.
I think I knew kind of all the way along.
Probably into my 20s.
18 and 22.
You know what? I had a crush on my teacher, and my teacher was not a male, so that was a good indicator that something was different.
When I realized that there was something in me I had to deal with that I had never dealt with. And I'll still remember it to this day. There was one gay bar in St. John's, and I finally went with my friends, and they brought me to this gay bar, and I saw all these normal-looking guys and girls that looked just like anybody else. And I took one look around and I said to myself, oh my God, I'm gay. I'm done.
I went to Catholic school. I went to Sacred Heart Elementary, and then junior high was St. Martin de Porres, and then high school was St. Mary's High School.
I was a shy kid, I guess you could say.
You know, I felt like I was the only one who was in this Christian school who was actually gay.
I was the recipient of quite a lot of bullying at school. A lot of the people I went to school with said I was effeminate, I was gay, and I was somehow judged for that.
I was teased at times and ridiculed and called a faggot.
They'd call you queer, fag, gay.
Leslie, you les, or you know, you fag, you effing faggot.
And it was a huge, huge struggle for me.
You know, they go after you pretty hard.
It's usually not the greatest time of anyone's life, probably.
Well, growing up, I didn't have many gay or lesbian, transgender. I wasn't surrounded by any role models in that aspect.
Oh, there wasn't one single positive message. There was a lot of talk about, you know, faggots and dykes, and it was always said with such malice.
My understanding of what a gay person would be, if you were to ask me back then, would be the person that seems to always make the news on the Pride Parade.
Everything was negative towards gay people.
There wasn't a positive thing that I ever heard about anyone being a gay or lesbian.
If you were gay, then you had to be either, you know, an artist or a makeup artist, or you worked retail, or you kind of had a job that wasn't necessarily considered masculine.
That's funny. I don't even think I ever heard of anybody transgender.
There was just no concept even. It was out there. It was something like, say, you would see on TV maybe.
Instead of saying, oh, that's stupid or that's crappy, people would say that's gay.
Gay stereotype was sort of very effeminate and very camp, and that just wasn't me at all. That's not acceptable at all.
They were freaks.
I was a strategic planner, and I still am to this day. So I strategically planned when high school is done, that's when you can be yourself. Until then, hide it away. So I hid it right till the day I graduated, pretty much.
Over time, my mother would start to ask me questions, and I would say to her, Mom, I said, if you want the answer, you better be prepared for it. So she'd change the subject, so that made that easier for me.
Terrified, absolutely terrified. I don't think that you would probably find any kid, doesn't matter what age, or an adult that comes out to their family that doesn't have that fear of rejection. I mean, it's normal.
It took a long time, just because, you know, there was that struggle of I'm supposed to be dating boys. I'm a little bit of a late bloomer. I came out to my parents and sister when I was 29.
You know, I was in my mid-20s before I kind of came out to them.
I came out when I was 19 years of age.
I was 25 years old. I came out over the telephone.
I told my stepmom first, And I was very, very afraid to tell my father.
My mum actually told my dad for me because she said that she wasn't quite sure how he would react.
They happened to just ask what's going on in my life, and I just came out and told them I was gay.
You know, I told her that I had a relationship that had ended, and she asked me what his name was. To which I replied, Jenny.
I wrote a letter back home just telling Mom and Dad that I was gay.
I didn't come out to all of my family right away. It was more just my mum.
It was my dad who actually said to me, "Are you gay?" I just couldn't hold it anymore, and I eventually said yes.
When I told my mother I was leaving the priesthood because I was gay, she cried for 3 years straight.
And my mother reacted at first sort of taken aback.
She's like, it's just a phase, it's just a phase.
It was fine. My dad, being a police officer, a very masculine man, took it tough, didn't understand it.
I thought it would be this huge moment of rejection and like, oh my goodness, you know, I can't believe this. And they said, we knew. So they knew.
It was really positive, actually. My mum was super supportive and just basically was upset with me for the fact that she felt I was hiding myself from her. And that all she ever really wanted for me is to be happy and healthy and be productive.
She basically summed it up to say, you know, if the only thing you have to give somebody is love, and you're going to choose who you give that to, and it can be anyone, so long as you're happy.
When I told my mum, she took it upon herself to call all the family, and so word got out that way within an hour.
They love me no matter what. Lots of hugs, lots of tears. But you know, the tears turned into happy tears.
Her and Dad and everyone, they were awesome. They were really supportive. Mom was only disappointed that it took me so long to have been honest with her. And Dad was the same, and he actually said that he hoped he'd never said anything that made me feel like I couldn't have come out earlier.
And he said, I love you, and I will never judge you for anything you do. You're my son.
My dad just accepted me. It was never like I had to have a conversation. It was like he always knew. And before he died, he said to me, he said, Kelly, I'm glad you are who you are. And that was hard, but I'm glad he said it. It made me feel like it was okay to be me.
It's open dialogue now with, you know, how dating's going and, you know, relationships.
I have a girlfriend now and introduced her to my dad, my brother, my sisters, and a bunch of my extended family.
My dad has turned into a proud gay parent, so my dad now outs me to people, so I've had to kind of ask him to tone that down a bit.
I'm living a dream. I've got the best friends, the best family. Life certainly does get better.
And life is fully worth taking the chance and finding out that it will get better.
And know that never give up. It does get better.
Things definitely get better.
It really does get better.
I think things definitely get better.
I can absolutely tell you that it gets better.
It definitely gets better.
It gets better.
It gets better.
It really does get better.
It does get better.
Things get way better.